Morning, everyone. Warm welcome to our second virtual visit hosted by American Friends of HelpAge India, or AFHI as we call it. My name is Swati Nigam. I have the honor to serve as the executive director here in the United States, and I'm based in Austin, Texas. I'm thrilled to have you join us today as we go live to India. Thanks to the incredible efforts of our on-ground team, we'll not only take a virtual tour of the Elder Village, but also meet and interact with some of our elders and dedicated staff members. Before we dive in, I'd like to invite someone who has been a steadfast supporter of AFHI, our founding board president, and a longtime advocate of HelpAge India. You may know him as the President and CEO of GE Capital India in Asia, founder of Genpact, co-founder of Clicks Capital, and the chairperson of ICRIAR and Data Security Council of India, Mr. Pramod Bhasin. Pramod, thank you so much for being here today and taking the time to speak to us. I would request you to please officially open the session for us.
Sure. Thank you, Swati, and welcome everyone. All of you who have come on live here, as well as I'm hoping more of you who may be joining us on YouTube and other social media streams. It's a real pleasure to be here and host you for our second virtual tour. It's a pleasure. It's always been a privilege for me to be part of HelpAge and American Friends of HelpAge. We're a very prestigious, old not prestigious, very impactful and very, very high integrity, solid organization, one of the finest NGOs in the country, in India. And HelpAge is known to everyone who comes along because one, we used to collect money from so many people through school children, and these envelopes would come across and everybody was familiar with HelpAge. And two, now I hope many more in America and the US will get to know us through the American Friends of HelpAge. And we look forward to your support because HelpAge does some astonishing work. It reaches out and touches nearly 2 million elderly, and in time we hope to increase that number very substantially. We're engaged in a wide variety of areas, from running mobile health units to self-help groups, to actually being able to do cataract operations, provide help old age homes, provide medical facilities. We're very, very responsive in terms of emergencies, which often hit the elderly very hard. And through COVID, we were one of the most active participants in helping make this happen. As you can imagine, the plight of the elderly in India can be really, really terrible. Unfortunately, we have 180 million elderly. I would say that about 140 million are people who need help. That reaching out to them requires a massive effort, and the teams from HelpAge are here today on call, and they will be talking to us and walking us through this virtual tour. We're also going to be talking live, as Swati will tell you, to the districts which we have selected today for all of you to interact with. And I think it will be mind-blowing once you see the amount of work that is done, the capabilities that HelpAge has built over the years, as well as how they have been able to reach out to the elderly to showcase what they do. So with that, thank you for being here. We really need your support. We look forward to your support, and we look forward, and I hope you really enjoy this little virtual tour that we have put together. I want to thank my colleagues at HelpAge in India for really pulling this together, because for them to orchestrate this in the village and have that discussion in itself is quite a feat. And I do think you will find it both illuminating and inspiring. Back to you, Swati. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pramod. Thank you so much for your words. And also, I know I speak for everyone on the team for your unwavering commitment and advocacy for elders in India. Okay, now you've heard from our founding board president, Mr. Bhasin, and it is time for us to go live to India. My first guest today is Dr. Imtiaz Ahmed. He is the mission head of HelpAge India's Age Care Program. Welcome, Imtiaz. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, Swati, loud and clear.
Perfect. Perfect, Imtiaz. So before we get into the technical part, Imtiaz, I want to start if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, your role, and how long have you been associated with HelpAge, etc.
Thank you, Swati, and a very good evening to all of our viewers from India, and good morning to all of you at the US. So my name is Dr. Imtiaz Ahmed. Just a bit of background about myself. I'm a medical doctor, went on to do Masters in Public Health, been working in the development and public health sector in India. Been working with HelpAge India from the year 2017. And as part of my work, I looked at the aged care mission, which is basically looking at the old age homes, the helpline that we run for the elderly, physiotherapy services, daycare centers, caregiving services, all focused on the destitute and the marginalized elderly. So that is what I do. Basically, just to give you an idea, we can kind of reach out to almost close to 150,000 elderly per annum through our helpline, reach out to about 1,000 odd elderly through our old age homes, see almost more than 50,000 elderly through our daycare centers and physiotherapy services is another 150,000. So that's the scale that we're talking about. We're present all across the country, and it's a pleasure to connect with all of you today.
Perfect. Thank you, Imtiaz. Thank you so much for that introduction. I want to touch a little bit about your part as a mission head of Age Care Program. Can you tell us a little bit more about the old age home program and its current setup, history, etc.?
So Swati, HelpAge India has always been, and the first, port of recall for HelpAge India and recall bias has been that it is always associated with old age homes. So HelpAge indeed has been associated with old age home, but formally we started working in this space since 2005. And today the home that you would be going, the senior care home that you would be going to see is Tamaraikulam Elderly Village, which was the first home we started in Cuddalore in Tamil Nadu in 2005. And there's a context to it. It was actually after the aftermath of the tsunami, which struck the southern coast of Tamil Nadu. So that is when HelpAge got into action, provided relief, provided support, and unlike many other non-profit, HelpAge stayed back to also rehabilitate the elderly there. And what we saw that there were a lot of people who were rendered homeless, whose family was swept away by the tsunami, and these elderly were all alone with no one to care to. So what we did was we thought, can we bring them under a senior care shelter, and can we provide some support to them and provide shelter to them? But our idea was to also see that it doesn't become a typical old age home, but it becomes like a community living, like from the villages that they come. It also replicates that kind of a setting for them. So we call our homes as senior care homes, and in this case, it's an elderly village. So as we will go, you will see how it is all set up. So that is the context in terms of old age home. Since then, we've been working with 8 old age homes directly. We have partners across the country, which ranges to almost 350 destitute old age homes with whom we partner. And with the old age home, the services that we provide is pretty standardized. We have a standard operating protocol with which we ensure there is a quality that we provide to this elderly. And our homes are model homes across the country for others to replicate. And the Government of India and other various ministries have adopted the standards. And basically, that is the quality and benchmark that we have for ourselves.
Thank you, Imtiaz. That's very helpful to know. One point that I want to ask you about that you mentioned briefly is that I want to understand better, how do people get to know that they can reach out to HelpAge Homes, or how does the HelpAge staff get to know who needs the help, how the support is available to them? How do we connect both the parts of this?
So, Swati, if you look at our homes, the elderly that come to us are from a 2-3 kind of stream that that is generally there. The first major stream is the helpline that we run. So there are a lot of calls that we get through our helpline where people report that they've seen destitute elderly, let's say on the roadside, not being catered to, are found in a very neglected condition, or we get calls from people where they say that the elderly are being abused even by their family members, by their neighbors. So these are the places that the elderly, the helpline gets into action. And these are the activity which we categorize under the rescue activity that we do. So basically we have a vehicle and there's a team which goes and then basically gets this elderly. So the first step that we do is take them to a hospital, get them the basic treatment so that they're basically able to recover from whatever shock they have been through. And then we bring them to our home. And in the home also, as per our processes, we have a 2-month, observation period where not only the elderly, so we allow the elderly to also observe the home and find out whether it is to his or her liking and they would like to stay. And after that, they get the admission into the home. So that's the first stream. The second stream is basically the government department. So we have the social welfare department at each of the districts. They call us if they find such cases, which are basically coming to them, and they direct it to our homes. So that is the other stream that comes in. And then we get a lot of referral from government shelters and other places where there are a lot of elderly, but they don't get a permanent place because the shelter are constantly moving. People need to stay for 2-3 days, but then need to move out. So we again get those elderly into place. Our criteria is pretty simple. We have a bias towards destitute, socioeconomically backward, and elderly with no relatives and cases of abuse. Those are the ones that we take into our homes.
Perfect. No, thank you so much, Dr. Imtiaz, for giving us an overview of the program as well as how, everybody connects with people who need help and how the process is carried out. Perfect. So can you now tell us where we are going today and who all will we be meeting?
So Swati, we will take you directly and all our audience to this beautiful village, which is an elderly village called as the Tamaraikulam Elderly Village. So Tamaraikulam in Tamil means lotus. So the campus has a pond, which is a lotus pond. It's a very beautiful pond. And then in that villages, we have almost close to 100 residents that we have housed. And out there we have Mr. Edwin Babu, who is our state head for Tamil Nadu. And Cuddalore is again about 3 to 4 hours from Chennai on the shores of the sea, and that is where we are taking you today. And Edwin will also show us a movie because right now it's evening in India, so we'll not be able to see the campus as clearly, but we've made a movie. The team has put in a lot of efforts in creating a movie in short time, so we'll be showing you that movie that gives you an idea of the campus, the context and the history. So without further delaying, I'll just take you directly to the campus. Edwin, over to you.
Yeah, good morning, good evening to one and all. And I'm Edwin. I'm from HelpAge India. I've been with HelpAge India for the past 20 years, and I'm the state head for Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. And thank you, Dr. Imtiaz, for the wonderful introduction. And so this Tamaraikulam Elders Village came into existence in the year 2007. And right now we have about 100 elder residents in this home. 50 of them are active, and we have about 30 assisted elders, as well as we have about 20 bedridden residents. The entire care and support is provided to them 24/7 with a dedicated team of staff. And before I go into the other concepts of Tamaraikulam Elders Village, which we shortly call it as TEV, it would be good that if you can have a look at a small film which covers the entire concept of Tamaraikulam village, how it came into existence, and what are the different activities that are being done through this wonderful initiative of HelpAge India.
Tamaraikulam Elders Village, known as TEV, is India's first elderly home in village concept dwelling units for the deprived elderly established by HelpAge India. Initially, TEV was established to provide care and support to older persons directly affected by tsunami in December 2004 that unleashed massive destruction to human lives and infrastructure in the coastal areas of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. This concept is acknowledged as the Model Elders Facility, Tamil Nadu. Since its inception in the year 2007, TEV accommodates 100 abandoned and destitute elderly and offers the best facilities to them to lead a healthy and happy life. TEV offers end-to-end solution to destitute elderly with majority of the residents remaining active. The entire premises is self-sufficient in energy and food and has an adequate medical facility with professional medical consultant and staff nurses. The residents are being provided with proper nutritional diet, healthcare, and active aging mechanism such as yoga, community meeting, etc. Active residents also participate in the festival celebrations, heritage and spiritual tours, interaction with local community and panchayat, ensuring emotional security. A sense of feel at home is offered to all residents. The Dignity Center, set up for the palliative care patient, addresses the need for painless end of life process. This unique complex specialty, designed and built for the special needs of the elderly with 24/7 nursing facility. The most unique aspect of the Tamaraikulam Elders Village is cheering the active aging. Specific measures are in place to keep the elderly residents physically active and mentally silent. They are also engaged in the income generation programs and livelihood schemes such as peanut cake making, wooden press oil making, farming and nursery activities. Committees among the residents are formed to oversee the day-to-day operations and ensure that the residents are comfortable and the entire premises is maintained neat and tidy.
The Tamaraikulam Elders Village, initiated by HelpAge India, came into existence in the year 2007 with a focus to provide care and support to assisted active elderly, assistive and as well as destitute elderly. As of now, there are 100 residents living there in a very peaceful environment, which is spread over 5.7 acres of land and 2 acres of farmland and with lot of greenery, and where elders can be able to actively participate in physical activities and also recreational activities. Also, rejoining with family members is also provided to the elderly, and they are able to spend that time meaningfully. The unique feature of Tamaraikulam Elders Village is that our elderly reside in a village concept where the prototype of village is being established to enable them to have attachment over the living space.
The reputation of being a model home for elderly attracts students from various schools and colleges across the state to have a glimpse of the facilities, joyfully interact with the residents and receive their blessings. Entertainment facilities are offered to the residents, and the open-air theatre allows them to showcase their skills and abilities through singing,
கண்ணும் கண்ணும் ஒன்றாய் கூடி பேசும் தானோ நான் இமையாதேன் காட்டானால் நான் கொடியாதேன்.
dancing and performing various cultural events and make the environment livelier and refreshing. Joy and happiness radiates in the hearts of each of the residents as they reside as one family without any discrimination and enjoy their stay, setting aside their past struggles and sufferings.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope that this video would give you a comprehensive idea about what Tamaraikulam Elders Village is, and the various different activities that we implement to take care of our residents. Tamaraikulam Elders Village is the main program. The heart of Tamaraikulam Elders Village is the residents that reside here. And now let's utilize this time to chat with a couple of our residents and just get to know about them as well as their experience in residing in Tamaraikulam Elders Village. Ma vanakamma.
வணக்கம் சார்.
என்னுடைய பேர் எட்வின்.
என் பேர் கிருஷ்ணவேணி.
சரிம்மா. Now I'm interviewing one Mrs. Krishnaveni, who's a resident of this home. And அம்மா உங்களுக்கு என்ன வயசாகுது?
80 வயசு ஆகுது சார். 80 வயசு ஆகுது.
சரி. My question was to her is that about her age, and she said she's about 80 years of age. எத்தனை வருஷமா இங்க இருக்கீங்க?
14 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு.
14 வருஷம். And my next question to her was that how long she has been residing in this home? She is residing for the past 14 years. அம்மா நீங்க எப்படி இந்த தாமரைக்குளம் எல்டர்ஸ் கிராமத்துக்கு வந்தீங்க?
நான் சென்னையில இருந்து வரும்பொழுது எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டத்துல நான் வந்தேன். அப்போ வழியில ஒருத்தர் வள்ளலார் கோயிலாண்டாங்க பார்த்து அவங்க சொன்னாங்க, இது மாதிரி இங்க ஒரு ஹோம் இருக்குது, நீங்க அங்க போய் சேர்ந்தீங்கன்னா நல்லா இருப்பீங்கன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதை நம்பி நானும் இங்க வந்தேன், சேர்த்துக்கினாங்க.
My next question to her was that how come she came to know about Tamaraikulam Elders Village and how she came and joined here. She is basically a resident of Chennai, and when her family abandoned her, she had nowhere to go, and through one of the temples she came to know about this village, and then she came here, and since then she has been a resident staying here. அம்மா இங்க நீங்க தங்கி இருக்கீங்க, இங்க உங்களுக்கு எல்லா வசதியும் கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. நீங்க ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் உங்களை காலையில இருந்து உங்களுடைய என்ன வேலை செய்வீங்க?
நாங்க காலையில வெடிகாலைல எழுந்து குளிச்சுட்டு அங்க வீட்டாண்டிய அங்க தண்ணி தெளிச்சு பெருக்கி கோலம் போட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அங்க சாமி கும்பிட்டுட்டு ரூம்ல திரும்ப எங்க பிரேயருக்கு வருவோம். பிரேயர் 6:30 இருந்து 7 வரைக்கும் வைப்போம். அந்த 7 மணிக்கு பிரேயர் முடிச்சுட்டு சாமி கும்பிட்டுட்டு வெளியில யோகா பண்ணுவாங்க. யோகா கிளாஸ் முடிஞ்ச உடனே அதுக்கப்புறம் நாங்க வீட்டுக்கு போவோம். வீட்டுக்கு போனா காலையில கஞ்சி ஏதாவது தருவாங்க, அது சாப்பிட்டுட்டு வீட்டுக்கு போய் வீட்டுல அதுக்கப்புறம் எங்க ட்ரெஸ்ஸுங்களை துவைச்சின்னு கொண்டுன்னு இருந்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்கவுங்க கொஞ்சம் தூரம் பெருக்கோ கொல்ல காய்கறி அறியா அது மாதிரி சின்ன சின்ன வேலைங்க அவங்கவுங்களால முடிஞ்ச வேலைங்களை எல்லாரும் பார்ப்பாங்க.
My question to her was that how does she schedule each day? And her response was that she wakes up early in the morning and then she sweeps and cleans up her living space, and then they come to the open air theater at around about 6 a.m. and from 6 to 6:30 they have a prayer time followed by a devotion, and then yoga has also been taught to them, and they practice yoga and go back to the quarters, and after they go to the quarters they have their bath and then wash our clothes and then come back for breakfast, and after breakfast again goes back and does whatever work she is capable of or what is assigned to her. Amma இங்க தங்கின பிறகு உங்களுடைய பழைய வாழ்க்கையில இருந்துட்டு இங்க வந்துட்ட பிறகு உங்க வாழ்க்கையில என்ன மாற்றம் இருக்குது?
இங்க வந்த பிறகு எனக்கு மனசு ரொம்ப திருப்தியாகவும் சந்தோஷமாவும் இருக்கிறேன். எல்லார் கூடவும் நல்ல மாதிரி சகஜமா பழகினேன். முன்னைய விட இப்ப நான் சந்தோஷமா நல்லா இருக்கேன்.
My last question to her was that what is the difference she is encountering after stepping into this Tamaraikulam Elders Village, and she is saying that after coming here she has found joy and peace, and she is able to spend her time meaningfully, and she is very much contented to be a resident of Tamaraikulam Elders Village. ரொம்ப நன்றிமா உங்களுடைய நேரத்துக்கு. And now that you have heard
sorry for jumping in. There is a question. Why did her family abandon her? So can you just maybe check with her in terms of the reason for the family abandoning, or is she a post-tsunami elderly?
Sure. அம்மா உங்களை உங்க குடும்பத்துல உங்களை பராமரிக்கலன்னு சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா, உங்களை ஏன் உங்க குடும்பம் கைவிட்டுட்டாங்க?
அது வந்து நாங்க எங்களுக்குள்ள வந்து எங்க அப்பா மிலிட்டரி, அந்த சொத்தெல்லாம் வந்து எங்க அக்கா எல்லாத்தையும் ஏமாத்தி வாங்கிடுது. மிலிட்டரிக்கார் கொடுத்த இடம் எல்லாம் விரிவாக்கத்துல மெட்ராஸ்ல அதுவும் ஏமாத்திடுது. எனக்கு 18 வயசு வரைக்கும் பென்ஷன் கொடுத்தாங்க. அதையும் அவளை நான் தான் கார்டியன் போட்டு வாங்கினேன். நான் 10 வயசுலயே எங்க அப்பா இறந்துட்டாரு. அதனால அந்த மனசு கஷ்டத்துல அப்புறம் கல்யாணம் ஏற்பாடும் அங்கேயும் தெரியல. அதனால வேண்டி நாங்க இந்த பக்கம் வந்து இப்படி வந்து சேர்ந்தோம்.
So a response to your question, Dr. Imtiaz, was that actually a father served in the military, and he was for a service he was given a piece of land in Chennai. But over a period of time, her elder sister got those properties. She transferred it into her name, and the family pension also was in Krishnaveni Ammal's name. But that also her sister gave some records and changed it, and then she was left alone. Then she got married, and she had marital issues also with her husband, and so he also abandoned over a period of time. And then having no place to go, when she was desperately searching for a place to spend her remaining part of her life, she got this got to know about Tamaraikulam Elders Village, and she was graciously accepted here, and since then she has been staying here.
Thank you.
Roman and Rima. Yeah, you heard from Mr. Krishnaveni Ammal. I would just like to tell you about the different facilities that we have in Tamaraikulam Elders Village. We have about 25 quarters for our residents. Each quarters accommodates about 4 residents. And plus, we have a very beautiful open air space where people can sit and do yoga and other things. We have an entertainment space where people come and spend time in playing indoor games, their local traditional games. Also, we have a full-fledged dining as well as a kitchen, modernized kitchen, where hygienic food is provided to them. And we have also the dignity center where bedridden elderly are taken care of. And now I'll just move and walk around and take you to the recreation center. And we have some residents here. And this is our multi-purpose hall where recreational activities take place. And now this season is a season of a festival in southern part of Tamil Nadu, where celebrations are done for the Krishna, one of the Hindu god. It's a very famous deity worshipped by many people. And today some arrangements have been made for them because we wanted to celebrate, the elders wanted to celebrate that. And as you see this side, so the elders are welcoming the Krishna as their Lord to step into their life and step into their hearts and to bless them. Yeah. Now we will move to the next segment where we would interview a couple of more residents. Now I request my colleague Ramalingam to take over. Ramalingam, now it's up to you.
Do we have Ramalingam on the line?
Ramalingam, you
I think we are having some issue with the internet. Ramalingam's end.
The voice is too garbled, I'm afraid.
Okay?
No, it's not okay. We can't hear you.
There's a bit of connectivity.
We'll try again, otherwise we'll move on.
Yeah. So maybe Ramalingam, you can come out. And
here we have a
Imtiaz, I think the internet is a little bit of an issue. Can we move to the
Yeah,
next segment?
we
We
will
can try and
yeah.
come back.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
coming out. Outside it may be, yeah. Let's give it a try. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
Raman.
you.
This is okay.
This is fine. Raman.
வயசு, so your name and the age and the age 73.
I'm afraid it's still not good, the internet. Maybe if you can move, it'll be better.
Yeah, I think we'll move to the next segment. Edwin,
Or if you move outside to where the earlier interview was done, that may be easier. Yeah, we should do it quickly.
Hello.
yeah, Ramlingam, can you move to where Edwin was standing? Maybe the internet would be better.
Okay. I will take Tata to that. Yes.
Yes. It's actually in the interior of a village.
No answer.
Yes, in the meantime, with Ramalingam moving there, actually, not to waste our time, actually, we will do the next interview here. Okay, and right now I'm in front of the Dignity Center, which takes care of the bedridden patients, and we'll just walk into that, and we will see the facilities, and we'll also interview with one of the residents, and to find out her experience.
Edwin, just make sure that the internet works in there.
So this is our Dignity Center, which can provided for the our bedridden and very sick residents. There are about 10 beds here, and the care is provided to them around the clock with a dedicated team of staff. And now, I hand it over to Vasantan, our caregiver. Over to you, Vasantan.
Good evening, sir. Myself, Vasantan, working as a senior caregiver for the past 1 year in this institution. Now I'm going to interview a lady. வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம்.
உங்க பேர் என்னம்மா, உங்க வயசு என்ன, நீங்க எவ்வளவு நாளா இங்க இருக்கீங்க?
என்னோட பேர் கோயில். 16 வருஷமா நான் இங்க இருக்கிறேன். இப்ப இங்க வந்து சேர்ந்தது நல்லபடியாக பார்த்துக்கணும். எல்லாம் என்ன நல்லா கவனிக்கிறாங்க. நானும் எங்க தாத்தா பாட்டிங்கள கூட்டு குடும்பமா வச்சு நல்லா கலந்து கட்டி நான் நல்லா வேற்றுமை இல்லாத செய்து வரேன்.
Sir, I have asked about her profile, and she's Mrs. Govindammal, and her age is 85 years of age. She's staying here for the past 16 years, and she's from Uppalavadi, sir. அம்மா, இங்க உங்களை வந்து டூருக்கு இல்ல வெளியில எங்கேயாவது கோவிலுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி எங்கேயாவது உங்களை கூப்பிட்டு போவாங்களா?
நிறைய டூர் எல்லாம் கூட்டிட்டு போய் எங்களை சந்தோஷப்படுத்துறாங்க. இப்ப கூட ராமேஸ்வரம் எல்லாம் போயிட்டு தான் இப்போ வந்தது. இப்ப 4 நாள் கூட ஆகுது. எல்லாம் எங்களை நல்லபடியா கவனிக்கிறாங்க. நல்லபடியா போறோம். வெளியில விசேஷம் எல்லாம் நல்லா பார்த்துட்டு சந்தோஷமா வரோம்.
Now I asked about her whether she is going for any tour or for a temple, for any visit we are taking her, like that I asked her, and she said regularly she is going for a tour. For last 10 days back also she went for Rameshwaram, and for regular temple they are going for temple regularly. For every 15 days they are going for temple. அம்மா, உங்க உடல்நிலை எப்படி இருக்குமா? உங்க உடல்நிலையில ஏதாவது பிரச்சனை ஏதாவது இருக்குங்களா?
எனக்கு சுகர் பிபி இருக்குது, அதிகமா இருக்காது. கம்ப்ளைண்டா ஸ்லேட்டா வச்சுக்கின்னு நானே எல்லாத்தையும் பாதுகாத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறதுனால அப்படி அதிகமா இருந்தாலும் என்ன ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் எடுத்துடுறாங்க, சரியா இருந்துட்டு இருக்கேன்.
Now I asked about her health condition. She's known case of diabetes mellitus and hypertension for the past 16 years, and she's taking regular medicines with the doctor's prescription. We are giving medicines to her, and we will be checking regularly vitals and sugars, and we are checking regularly. According to the sugar level, the doctor will prescribe the drugs for her, and we are giving drugs to them. அம்மா, இங்க இருக்கிறதுல உங்களுக்கு எது வந்து சந்தோஷமா இருக்கும்? எந்த காரணத்தாலும் நீங்க இங்க சந்தோஷமா இருக்கிறீங்க?
நான் அங்க வந்து இந்த சுனாமி வந்து நான் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டுட்டு இந்த இடத்துக்கு நான் இங்க வந்து சேர்ந்தேன். சேர்ந்ததுனால ரொம்ப நான் சந்தோஷமா, எனக்கு நிறைய சந்தோஷம் கொடுக்குறாங்க. நானும் எங்க தாத்தா பாட்டிங்களெல்லாம் நல்லபடியா கவனிச்சுக்குவேன், நல்லபடியா வேலை பார்ப்பேன். எல்லாரும் எந்த ஒரு பேதமும் இல்லாத இருக்கிறோம்.
She came, I asked about her, how she came here, and she said she came here because of tsunami attack. She came here. There is no one to take care of her. So she came here for the past 16 years back. She came here. Like a family, she is living here. And now she is happily enjoying the life here. That's all about Mrs. Govindammal. Now I'm handing over to Edwin sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vasanthi. And now I request Ramalingam to take over.
Good evening and good morning. Sorry for the interruption. Here we have some connectivity issue. And we have Tata, unga pere, name, enga unga vayasena, age and from where?
My name is Raman, age 73. I am coming from Pondicherry.
Okay, very good. Seri Tata, நீங்க எவ்வளவு நாளா இங்க டிவில இருக்கீங்க? How long you have been in TV?
6 years.
6 years இருக்கீங்க. சரி, நீங்க வந்தப்ப உங்களுக்கு வந்து சில ஹெல்த் கண்டிஷன்லாம் ரொம்ப மோசமா இருந்ததுன்னு சொன்னீங்க. அத பத்தி சொல்லுங்களேன். ப்ளீஸ் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் அபவுட் யுவர் when you.
நான் வரும்போதே கண்ணு தெரியாமையும் ரொம்ப நாளா பேக் பெயினோடையும் இங்க வந்த வேணும். இங்க எனக்கு பார்வை கொடு, இங்க மெடிக்கல் கேம்ப்ல பார்வை கொடுத்து அந்த பேக் பெயினும் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்து இன்னைக்கு ஒரு நார்மல் நல்லா வெல்த்தி மேனா இன்னைக்கு நான் இருக்கிறது காரணமே ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா இருக்கு.
Actually, Govindam Raman actually he was, he could not see when he come to Tamaraikulam, and also he is having a back pain, and after coming here he become a person, and yes, சொல்லுங்க தாத்தா.
இங்க வந்த பிறகு மெடிக்கல் கேம்ப்ல நான் கலந்துக்கிட்டு அங்கிருந்து எனக்கு எல்லாமே பண்ணி சர்ஜரி பண்ணி இந்த உலகத்தை புது நியூ இது கொடுத்தாங்க.
Actually, after coming here, we in our health camp, he got sight, and also he got a new life here in this world. சொல்லுங்க.
பெயின் இருந்தது, அந்த பெயின் பேக் பெயின் வந்து ரொம்ப நாளா எனக்கு சின்ன வயசுல இருந்த பெயின் இருந்துச்சு.
நீங்க இங்க வந்தப்புறம் எப்படி நீங்க ஒரு பெஸ்டா உணர்றீங்க? எவ்வளவு ஒரு அருமையான வாட் இஸ் யுவர் பெஸ்ட் இன் பார்ட் இன் டிவி?
டிவி பெஸ்ட் பார்ட் என்னன்னா, இது வரைக்கும் நான் என் வாழ்க்கையில் சந்திக்காத நல்ல ஃபுட், குட் ஃபுட், நல்ல அகாமடேஷன், நைஸ் அகாமடேஷன், பெஸ்ட் மெடிக்கல் சப்போர்ட்,
சார்
எல்லாத்தோட
வெரி குட், வெரி குட்.
அமைதி, மன அமைதி.
தாத்தா, இப்ப உங்களுக்கு இந்த பார்வை வந்தப்புறம் நீங்க இங்க இருக்கிற ஆக்டிவிட்டி, இன்கம் ஜெனரேஷனுக்கு ஒரு அதை தலையெடுத்து ஹெட் இதாகி அங்க வந்து நம்ம ஆர்கானிக் இதுல நீங்க அத பத்தி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்களா?
நாங்க வந்து இயற்கை சம்பந்தப்பட்ட விதைகள், கடலை பயிர்ல இருந்து எண்ணெய்கள் எடுத்து தரமும் சுத்தத்தையும் முதல்ல இது பண்ணி எங்களுடைய முதியோர்களுடைய பாதுகாப்புக்கு, ஏன்னா உடல் சம்பந்தப்பட்ட பாதுகாப்புக்கும் மற்றவர்களுக்கும் தரமான தயாரிப்பை கொடுக்கணும்னு எங்களுக்கு நீண்ட நாளா ஒரு இது இருந்தது. அந்த கோரிக்கையை வச்சு நாங்க செய்ய ஆரம்பிச்சோம்.
Actually, no, here they are making wood pressed oil. That only we have seen there some connectivity issue. So they are making wood pressed oil here for the residents, for the use of residents, and also who are visitors they will take, and also peanut cake making they are doing.
அது வந்து எல்டர்ஸ்க்கு எல்லாருக்குமே
ஆர்கானிக் நேச்சர்ன்றது எப்படி நீங்க சொல்றீங்க?
இயற்கை, எந்தவித ரசாயன கெமிக்கல் அதுல இருக்காது. அங்கதான் நாங்க சீட்ஸ் வாங்குவோம்.
They are purchasing from the organic farm without any chemical and anything, and they are so this தாத்தா, இது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். வாட் இஸ் தி பெஸ்ட் பார்ட்? நீங்க இங்க வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு பெஸ்டா எது நீங்க உணர்றீங்க?
பெஸ்டா உணர்றது வந்து எவ்வளவு பணம் கொடுத்தாலும் கிடைக்காத இன்பம், மகிழ்ச்சி. எங்க வயசான காலத்துல என்ன கிடைக்கணுமோ எங்களுக்கு அது இந்த இல்லத்துல கிடைக்கும் போது அளவுக்கு மீறிய.
Thank you. Actually, they are getting a very good happy and happiness, peaceful life they are getting. நீங்க ஏதாவது இங்கிலீஷ்ல பேசணும்னாலும் பேசலாம். தாத்தா knows English also little. You can tell, and we will.
This is not a old age home. This is a elders heaven. Best perform, best.
Okay, Tata. Thank you
very much.
Over to Edwin sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ramalingam, for that wonderful interview. And now we move back to again the Dignity Center. The success of the Dignity Center is basically on the dedicated team that we have, and now we have our medical consultant and who's providing the required care and support to him. So let's have a brief introduction. Hello, Doctor. I'm Edwin.
Hello,
Your
sir.
good name?
I'm Dr. Gautam Raj.
Yes, doctor.
I'm working here for past 2 years.
Past 2 years. Okay, doctor. Can you just explain to us, brief us about your role as a medical consultant?
Sir, as a medical consultant in TEV, we conduct OPDs to active elders.
Okay.
And we go rounds for the bedridden cases, and I am available round the clock.
Okay.
Here, and nurses are monitoring 24 hours here in the Dignity Center, and we have a full-fledged physiotherapy clinic there, and we are providing primary level care for quality care for our residents.
Okay, doctor. Thank you. And what is the motivation for you to work for the elderly?
Sir, actually, I feel like my family here, they will also motivate me to work more, because usually doctors will treat the patients and patient will go to their home. But here we can see the progress of the treatment easily, and which gives me more satisfied and which motivates me to work more.
Okay. And and you also take care of the bedridden patients.
Yes.
Who are already into a lot of pain.
Yes.
And lot of sufferings. Okay. So how do they respond to the treatment that you provide?
Yes, sir, they respond well, but actually they need more emotional support than medical support. So we are doing more emotional support to them, and they also sometimes provide emotional support to us, which makes us to work for them more.
And working with the elderly also involves a lot of challenges. Okay, what are the challenges that you feel as working as a full-time doctor here?
Yes, sir. Usually, convincing elderly people is a great task. So usually we face some challenges in diet, because they are taking their diet for almost 60 years. But when we interfere, and in case of hypertension, we give salt restricted diet here. But they will add some salt in their home, and they will continue their they will break that salt restriction. But we are taking care of them, and we are providing advice to them regarding that seriousness of that disease.
Okay, thank you, doctor, for your time, and wish you all the best and all the success.
Thank you
for future. Okay,
thank you,
sir.
thank you, sir.
And now we met Dr. Gautam Raj, who briefed us about his daily routine. And our medical consultant is ably supported by about 5 caregivers who work round the clock here on shifts. And now we will have a chat with one of our caregivers. வணக்கம், உங்க பேர் என்னமா?
என்னோட பேர் புஷ்பா.
எவ்வளவு நாளா ஹெல்பேஜ்ல இருக்கீங்க? Okay, and I asked her name to, and the number of years is working with HelpAge India, and her name is Ms. Pushpa. She's with HelpAge for the past 4 years.
Sorry to barge in. We have just short of time, so let's if we can conclude.
Yeah, I'll finish it. 2 minutes. Okay. அம்மா, நீங்க எந்த சூழ்நிலையில HelpAge இங்க வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணீங்க?
சார், நான் வந்து 7th படிக்கும்போது இங்க ஓபன் பண்ணாங்க. வந்து உள்ள வரும்போது ஒரு மாதிரி பிளசண்டா இருந்துச்சு பார்க்கவே. நான் எங்க பாட்டி கூட வரும்போது எங்க பாட்டி என்ன சொன்னாங்க, நான் 7th படிக்கும்போது நீ பெரியவள ஆகி உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ண அப்படின்னாங்க. அப்ப வந்து எனக்கும் வந்து அவங்க என்ன நினைச்சு சொன்னாங்கன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. பட் ஆனா எனக்கு இங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணணும்ன்ற ஒரு ஆர்வம் வந்துச்சு. நான் 10th 12th முடிச்ச உடனே நான் வந்து திருப்பி இங்க இருக்க சார் கிட்ட நான் கேட்டேன். அப்ப நர்சிங் முடிச்சாதான் உங்களுக்கு வேலைன்னு சொன்னாங்க. நான் இதுக்காகவே நர்சிங் படிக்கணும்ட்டு நர்சிங் படிச்சுட்டு இங்க வந்து வேலை செய்யறேன் சார். சர்வே பண்றேன், இன்னும் நல்லா பண்ணணும்ன்ற ஒரு ஆசை இன்னும் அதிகமா இருக்கு.
So my question was to her is that what motivated her to join HelpAge India and work for the elderly? She said when she was 7 years of age, along with her grandmother, she stepped into Tamaraikulam Elders Village, because that was the time it was established, and out of curiosity, she just came in and looked at it. And that time, her grandmother told that once you grow up, you should take care of the older people, and you should work in Tamaraikulam Elders Village. And then after I did my schooling and I came and joined here, and I asked for a job. They said, no, you should be a qualified nurse. Then only we will consider. And then she purposefully, for this purposes, she went and completed her nursing course. And then after successfully finishing the course, she joined here. And since that time, she has been working here as a caregiver. Ma, உங்களுக்கு caregiver இதுல வந்து நீங்க என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்க இந்த தாத்தா பாட்டியை பாக்குறதுல?
சரி, தாத்தா பாட்டிங்க வந்து வயசாயிடுச்சுனாலே மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து அவங்க கூட உட்காந்து பேசணும்னு தான் எதிர்பார்ப்பாங்க. அதை நான் வந்து முடிவு பண்ணிட்டு அவங்க கூட உட்காந்து பேசி அவங்களோட கஷ்டங்களை என்னன்னு நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அதுல இருந்து நம்ம வெளில கொண்டு வரணும்னு பாக்குறாங்க. இன்னும் இல்லாம நம்ம இங்க டிபெண்டன்ட் எல்டர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. பாத்தீங்கன்னா நைட்டு தூங்கும் போது பெட்வே பண்ணிடுவாங்க. காலையில எழுந்திருக்கும் போது அவங்களுக்கே கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். அவங்க நம்ம வந்து ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு பவுடர் பண்ணி கொண்டு வைக்கும் போது பார்க்க அவங்க நம்மளை பார்த்து சிரிக்கும் போது நமக்கு ஒரு சாட்டிஸ்பாக்சன் இருக்கும். அதை தான் நான் இங்க எதிர்பார்க்கிறேன். அவங்களுக்கும் அதான் கொடுக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
And my last question to her was that I asked her actually how she deal with the elderly, and she says that most of the residents here they want to spend time with someone to discuss and talk with them so that they can ventilate their feelings. And not only her, but other caregivers also spend considerable time with her talking. And mostly that she is immensely satisfied when serving the assisted elderly because they need some kind of support in the night. They find it difficult to go to the washroom, and cleaning is required round the clock. And she says that irrespective of the timing, she is very happy to provide that kind of support, and she would like to continue to do that service to them. And this is it with Tamaraikulam Elders Village, a brief tour about the facilities and the interaction with our residents and the staff we have. And now it's over to Dr. Imtiaz.
Thank you, Edwin, and thank you, Ramlingam and the team. Swati, over to you.
Thank you, Imtiaz. Thank you, Edwin, and the entire team at the TEV Village for giving us this wonderful opportunity to visit, even if it was virtually. Before, I know we are nearing the end of the session, and before we go into the question answers, and I want to like to call Pramod also. But one question, Imtiaz, that I'm getting from the audience is that, can you just tell us a little bit about the operational side of things, and if there are any challenges that running these homes, cause or are a factor?
Yeah, thank you, Swati. So, Swati, as I mentioned in the beginning, all HelpAge India homes are run through a standard operating protocol. So, in India, there are no formal standard operating protocol. We have something from the state of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So, when we were doing this, we kind of looked at the global practice and what is there existing. So, our homes are basically run with the view that the quality of service that is being delivered is at a certain level, so that the elderly have a decent life living in our senior care homes. So to run such homes, the cost of operation is a bit expensive as compared to other destitute senior care homes. So we have a challenge in getting support because the CSR and others, they're very supportive in establishing CapEx and old age home, but operational support is something which is very hard to get by. So most of these homes then are run by support from HelpAge India, from the donors and others who give small, support of individual donation. So that is the struggle that we have currently of getting support for the operational cost of running the homes.
Perfect. Thank you, Imtiaz. Thank you for giving us a view of that. Pramod, I would like to invite you to please say a few words before we close in.
Okay, do we have any other Q&As? No, we don't, right?
No, we've answered some of them over the chat.
All right. No, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for joining us. And most of all, thank you, Edwin, and the entire team, and Imtiaz for orchestrating this, the entire team that is working at the village, at the age home. It is a powerful reminder of the commitment of the people who work at HelpAge. They've been there for multiple years, some for decades. They've dedicated their lives to helping the elderly. It is a remarkable experience, and we are always deeply grateful to them for their commitment and for their time and for the love and warmth with which they do this. And you heard them say that in many cases, it is less about medical help itself or a physical need. It is as much about mental health, mental loneliness, being provided the company and the care and the warmth that HelpAge can do. Our aim is to scale this enormously over the next 3 to 5 years. And I think if we can do that, we will be achieving something that frankly no other NGO in India is trying to do or looking out for at this point in time. And to that extent, we are unique. And to that extent, we would really appreciate your support in every manner, financial, moral, support in terms of time. If you go to India, please spend time with our teams there. They would be delighted to show you around. With that, I'll hand it back to Swati to close. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Pramod. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to the staff on the ground as well. I also want to thank the audience for taking the time on a Friday morning to join us on this visit. Please reach out to us. Please write to us on the email and visit our website. As Pramod mentioned, we would love to hear from you. And we hope you will continue to support us. Thank you again, and thank you everyone on the field for organizing this amazing visit. Thank you so much and have a wonderful Friday ahead. Thank you.